A very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you so much indeed for joining me back here on the live stream. It's Tim's the Pilot, twitch.tv, and you join me here in the wonderful Austrian city of Salzburg. We're on the ground, British Airways A318-100. We've just been pushed back at Salzburg and we are ready to depart. The FMC has been done, and yeah, we have done all of our checks. The aircraft is configured for departure. We just need to taxi to the active runway, which is 15 today, and then we'll be on our way. Heading south today across the Austrian Alps, the southern Austrian Alps, and then due for a landing in Verona around about 35 to 40 minutes later. Verona in northern Italy is our arrival and destination today. So, without further ado, in the drone cam, we're just going to have a look at the magnificent scenery that we've got here in Salzburg. Wonderful, wonderful, look at that. Isn't that stunning? And the airport itself has been modelled beautifully. Let's have a closer look. These little olive trees on the outskirts, guys. Ah, we've got a DC-10 parked up in the near the hangar. It's nice, isn't it? Makes for rather a lovely shot with the Alps in the background. And here we are now at the main apron at Salzburg. Rather nice paintings on the side of the terminal building, and there it is, guys. Salzburg. Got the place to ourselves at the moment. Oh, that's a rather a nice looking building over there, isn't it? Let's just have a quick look at this. It's a bit different to the start of the videos, guys. Just thought I'd show you some of the surrounding scenery before we depart. Just try and make the videos a bit different so they're not using the same format all the time. What's that, like some kind of aircraft museum, is it? Our aircraft is on the ground. We've been pushed back. We'll just have a fly by the tower and then we'll get down to the aircraft and start our taxi. A couple of the fire trucks here at Salzburg, all ready to go at short notice, no doubt. Here is the tower at Salzburg, guys. And there is our aircraft. Call sign today, Speedbird 95 X-Ray Charlie. Heading Verona in Italy. Pushed back on the ground. Oh, we need to get them brakes on, don't we? What's going on there? Why is he moving, guys? Taxiing without my say so. The first officer getting carried away. Right, let's get into the cockpit, guys. Let's get going. Okay, so let's get out onto the taxiway. Sorry, we'd rolled a bit forward there. I hadn't put the parking brake on while we was in the drone cam, so needless to say we did a little bit of rolling forward. Cabin crew seats for landing, please. Sorry, landings. Cabin crew seats for departure. Okay, clear to take off runway 15, Speedbird 95 X-ray Charlie, entering the runway shortly. Check in left, all clear. Check in right, all clear, and entering the runway. Ready to go. 3, 2, 1, now. V1. Rotate. Say positive rate. Here's coming up. Autopilot's going in. (2,500 feet per minute on the climb). 14,000 initially selected. Autopilot 1 engaged. Auto throttle is armed. Get rid of them flaps now. Get them landing lights off, we don't need them anymore. Landing lights off, runway lights off, and taxi lights are off. Seatbelt signs are on. Re-cleared up to flight level 280. Set and running. Lovely clear day, wonderful conditions for flying here, guys, in Austria as we depart from Salzburg. Okay, heading direct Verona now. We are on the Verdi 1 Yankee departure off runway 15 at Salzburg. 7 nautical track miles to run to Verda. 9:45 local time in the morning. 21 knot tailwind at 316 and the ground speed is 312 miles per hour. About to make a right hand turn, heading due south, and 28,000 feet is set for the altitude. Let's just check that we are on managed speed. Set. Above 10,000 feet now, we'll release the cabin crew and the passengers. Just got a screen grab of that for you guys because it's very nice. It's doing a lot of loading in of textures since this last update, I'm not going to lie. I mean, the scenery is wonderful, it really is, but lots of textures being loaded in late, which really doesn't help with the realism. Just an update on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, an essential update for the base package. Maybe that's something to do with it, maybe it's because the other stuff was cached, I'm not too sure. Anyway, you know the drill guys, 15 minutes into the flight now, we're in cruising up to our cruise level of 340 today. We've been cleared up to 280 by air traffic, and we are heading south now down to Verona across the southern Austrian Alps. We've just departed Salzburg about 10 minutes ago. And you're with Jetstream TV UK on YouTube. Guys, if you've just discovered this channel, there's literally well over 100 videos of content from gaming which I've uploaded. Plenty of stuff for you to mooch through, go back through the archive and previous videos and help yourself watch them at your leisure. Get some popcorn, enjoy yourself. But if you could, it's not going to cost you anything, just hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up on the videos, it always helps, and even a thumbs down if you want. Interact, do whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, it's your choice. But it would help out massively if you could subscribe, and it's always wonderful to read your comments. So stick your comments down below. Let's see what you've got to say about the videos, any feedback, anything you'd like to see me do within Flight Simulator, or of course any games you'd like to see featured on the channel. Let me know. Much appreciated. Thank you. ATC have just cleared us up to flight level 340, so we'll increase our climb now up to the cruise. Flight level 340 set and running, and we'll keep our VS mode at 2,500 feet per minute. Right, let's just have a quick look at the PFD as we climb. 22,000 feet now, heading up to 340, that's set and running. And we'll just zoom out on the ND range ever so slightly. Take that up to 80 miles. So just want to bring your attention down to the two screens in front of the pilot here, which is the PFD, the primary flight display. So left and right here you have your obviously artificial horizon, the altitude indicator and the speed in knots, which is on the left hand side. Across the top here is what the autopilot and the aircraft navigation is doing. And here is our heading on a compass. So currently at 24,000 feet, as you can see, climbing at 2,500 feet per minute on the VS, which is vertical speed. I don't know why they call it vertical speed, but that is the altitude, the rate at which we climb per minute. Speed is selected to managed, nav is selected, that is what keeps us on our track, which is this green line. That is our navigation track of the route today. So what you can see here, this blue line, we have a bug set for our cruise altitude of 34,000 feet. As we're 25,000 feet at the minute, with around about 9,000 feet to run until we reach our assigned flight level of 340, 34,000 feet. On the PFD here, it will show us exactly when we are due to reach our assigned altitude, which is this point here, which is around about 20 to 30 nautical miles away. That just gives us a good indication at a glance as to when we are going to reach our assigned cruise altitude, or the altitude that we have set in the autopilot. Here we've got the ground speed, 435 miles per hour. This is obviously the compass is 360 degrees. The wind is currently at 334, which is this direction where the arrow is now, and we have a wind. A knot rate of wind of 43 knots. That is coming from right to left, from the back of the aircraft to the front, from right to left, as the arrow indicates here. I hope that helps. I try to explain things about aviation and what I'm doing here in the cockpit in layman's terms, so people who aren't aviators or know much about aviation, they can understand and follow exactly what's going on here in the cockpit. I've turned the terrain on just as we are dealing with some high ground around us, but we're climbing way clear of that right now, and there is our incredible views off the nose of the aircraft from the pilot's view. Southern Alps ahead of us, tracking south towards northern Italy now. Well, that's a view, isn't it? The little valley down there, that's stunning. Tried this flight a number of times yesterday. In fact, I was going down to Bologna and it just kept crashing and crashing and crashing. I don't want to jinx anything, so I took the Xbox back to the guy, put more cooling paste in it. Did this 2 weeks ago. He's done it free of charge. Give it a good clean out, and fingers crossed that's keeping the Xbox Series X cool now, and this flight should go ahead unhindered, I should say. And again, just finishing my morning coffee, guys, on the flight before the real job kicks in later today. wonderful clear day here for flying, magnificent weather. Right, let's check the map view now as we track south. Got an aircraft off to our right hand side, we'll try and find him momentarily. So we're just going to zoom out here now. Around about 150 track miles to run down to Verona. You can see here is all of the high ground. The stuff that's displayed in a darker colour is the mountains. We're just to the south of the high peaks of the southern Austrian Alps right now, and the northern Italian Alps and Dolomites. And we'll be tracking down here to the east of Lake Garda. Simeone here in the south, the little peninsula we might be able to see off the right hand side of the aircraft as we reach Anjat. That is the beginning of our arrival today, the Anjat 2 Alpha. We're expecting 04, the RNAV runway 04 at Verona, and this is our route on the way into Verona. Anjat, where we will continue south, then southwesterly with a turn at Rivev, Givat, and then straightening up at Ermob and Pevik, following that track straight down to runway 04 at Verona. Shouldn't be any issues today, the weather is absolutely fine. We'll just check. Verona is, well, it's Villafranca to be specific, and we are 229 feet above sea level, so more or less sea level. There's no issues at all with issues on the descent and restricted altitudes, etc. There's no high ground around Verona at all. We've cleared all of that by the time we get down to the arrival. So yeah, that's it. Very straightforward flight today, guys. I'll keep you posted on what's happening, but in the meantime, let's just enjoy the cruise. Very quickly, I'll just check when we should start descending to Villafranca. And I'm going to say we'll begin our descent in approximately 3 or 4 minutes time, so we'll just relax, enjoy the view, and then we'll configure the aircraft for arrival. And there we are at our cruise altitude, guys. Let's start descending the aircraft ever so gently. We'll descend initially to the transition altitude of 18,000 feet. 18,000 feet set and running. We'll just modify the vertical speed now for the descent, and we'll take that down at 2,000 feet per minute initially. Let's see how we go with that descent. In fact, no, we'll make it 2,500 feet. Nose of the aircraft should start dropping. Make sure that we're still in managed speed mode. That's all good. And now we'll increase our ND range just so that we have a better view of what's expected on the arrival. So the last of the peaks here of the northern Italian Dolomites. As we descend down towards Verona now, things will start to get very level and flat as we approach Lake Garda to our right hand side. Heading to direct waypoint now, Anjar, for the Anjar 2 arrival for the RNAV of 04 at Verona. Initially descending to the transition altitude of 18,000 feet. Might as well take in the last views of the southern Austrian Alps and the northern Italian Alps and Dolomites. Magnificent views. Just some cloud kicking into the scene now, by the way, guys. It was nice and clear before. A little bit off to the right, more off to our left hand side. Yeah, definitely got cloud ahead now. Shouldn't be anything over Verona, there's no issues at all. Does make the scene much more aesthetically pleasing, I feel, with clouds during a descent. It's always nice to fly through the fluffy stuff on the way down. "30 minutes into the stream now. Thank you so much indeed for joining us here at Jetstream TV UK on YouTube. Tim's a Pilot live at twitch.tv. Thank you once again. "18,000 should clear us from these peaks that lie directly ahead. We have got terrain switched on the PFD. Just bring our rate of descent down ever so slightly to 3,000 feet per minute now. Have a look at the little valley below us there. Detail's phenomenal, isn't it, guys? And what you'll actually find is, if you was there in the real world, all of those roads down there, they're all from Bing maps, from satellites. They are the exact roads that there are in that region of northern Italy. Absolutely spectacular. The height maps are all generated as well from Ordnance Survey, giving specific detail on individual peaks. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff. Just don't like the way the texture's loading when you switch views like that. Look, still doing it now. Okay, heading direct Anjat. We need to be at 14,000 feet on reaching. Up Gav 5,000, so we'll continue our descent to 5,000 now, guys. We'll do it very, very gradually indeed. Sending 5,000. Checked, seen, set and running. And we'll modify our rate of descent. We'll bring that down to 2,000 feet per minute. We don't want to be coming down too quickly. Just check the PFD. It's looking good. Around about 50 nautical miles away from the airport now. That's fine. 23 knots crosswind from right to left off the tail of the aircraft coming to the front. 345 on the wind. 371 miles per hour and slowing on the ground speed. 26 nautical miles inbound ANJAT for the beginning of the ANJA 2 Alpha arrival. Descending nicely, guys. There is Lake Garda directly off the nose of the aircraft, just slightly off to the right hand side. There's Lake Garda. And the little peninsula that you can see here is Simeone. Beautiful city. Battered a speedboat all round here. It was magnificent. What a wonderful day that was. Nice and clear now. That clouds seems to have dispersed for our arrival into Verona. There is the very northern tip of Lake Garda, you can see just behind the snow-capped mountain. Descending gently and nicely. We'll just get the passengers in the seats now and the cabin crew. Get them to do all of the last bits before we arrive. Seat belts are going on. $16,000 feet. Sending 2,000 feet per minute. Keep our eye on that. It's amazing that this time of year we still have snow-capped mountains in the southern regions of the Alps here in northern Italy. There's Lake Garda, guys. Wonderful part of the world, it really is. Lake Garda, Lake Como. If you've never had the opportunity, definite go-to places. Absolutely stunning, wonderful part of the world. And tracking away from Lake Garda now, we are starting the arrival, the ANJA 2 Alpha. That will take us down directly ahead and then a 180 degree left hand turn which brings us back for Verona. We should have visuals on the airport now. Yep, just off to our left hand side, guys. We'll Take a look off the left wing, see if we can spot the airport. We'll look round for Villafranca. Is that Verona itself? Well, there's the city of Verona, guys, so I'm presuming that, is that Villafranca? There is Villafranca, guys, look at it. There we are. It's our airport. Verona itself is just here, the main city. I think we could go direct mob and cut out some of this turn. Let's just go to the FMC quickly. Let's go direct mob, direct. Mob selected and direct. We'll notice a subtle left hand turn now. That's selected. There's our turn. And we'll descend the aircraft to 2,000 feet now. (2,000 set), descending at 2,000 feet per minute. Ensure we are in managed speed mode. Cabin crew 10 minutes to landing. Cabin crew 10 minutes to landing. Thank you. Take that rate of descent down a tad. We don't need to come down that quickly. Bring that down to 1,000 feet per minute. About 800 feet per minute is fine. Nice gradual descent. Glorious patchwork countryside of northern Italy, looking across from Verona down towards Lake Garda, and even further on into the distance is Milan and the Southern Alps. So the aircraft's taking us now. Bear with me, guys, making turns here. I'm unfamiliar as to why that is. There we go. Heading direct to Pivec. Just zoom in now on the ND range. Make sure we're heading direct mob. Yeah, mob, perfect. Then we'll go actually still descending, that's fine. 2,000 feet per minute, we'll bring that down a little bit faster, guys. we'll go direct Rivek. Rivev, sorry, we'll go direct Rivev. Should give us a turn again. Now to the right. No, that's not what we needed at all. We need a right turn to Pevik. Sorry guys, my mistake. Direct Pevik. Pevik, that's the one there selected. Pevik rather, that should give us a turn now. Yep. And there's the terrain map we don't need. 3 nautical miles to Pevik. Cabin crew, positions for landing please, positions for landing, thank you. Right, we need to get the flaps in now guys, we're on coming very close to the airport. Just lose that terrain map, we don't need that now. About 20 nautical miles away from the airport, slowing nicely. Let's get them speed brakes in. And flaps full. Just help slow us down a little bit, that's fine. Two nautical miles direct Pevik and then a left turn which will take us directly down for the airport. And at that point when we straighten up I'll get the gear down and disengage the autopilot. Don't know where this is taking us guys. PX424, where's that taking us? Why is it taking us back to there? Tell you what, we'll get rid of the flaps, we'll just let the aircraft do its thing. In fact, no we won't, we'll tell the aircraft what to do, it's fucking ridiculous this, why has it got a mind of its own? Direct. Radial out, what's that all about? Right, let's go direct. Mob. I've got the flaps back up guys because the aircraft's doing its own thing. Maintaining 2000. Okay, that's more like it, so we're tracking a direct mob now with the left hand turn. We're continuously turning left, 4 nautical miles inbound. Aircraft's at 220, everything's looking good. Getting buffeted around just a little bit here guys. That should take us direct Pivek next. Pevik, sorry. Yeah, Pevik, there we go, excellent stuff. Nice left hand turn now. That should take us directly down to the runway. And once we're straightened up, guys, I'm going to get the flaps in, lower the gear. I'll get some flaps in, I'll take the flaps down to 15 shortly. We should straighten up now. If we level up for Pevik, we're right on track for the airport. There we go, that should level off nicely now. That's levelling off, yeah, excellent. Right, we'll get them flaps in again. I can see the runway dead ahead. There's a runway, guys. Autopilot. I'm going to take the auto throttle out. Auto throttle needs to be disengaged. Gears coming down. Remainder of the flaps going in. I have control. Autopilot's coming out. I have control. Cabin crew, seats for landing, thank you, seats for landing. One thousand checked. Quite strong winds here, guys. Crosswinds coming from right to left, so managing this now. Decision height's coming up. Slightly to the right of the profile.
500.
500 checked. Continue. Decision to land.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Retard. Retard. Retard.
And on the ground out Verona, guys. Thank you so much indeed for flying Jetstream TV. Don't forget, subscribe, like and leave us a comment. It's always great to hear your feedback. And just decelerating now. Just get them flaps in, we don't need them anymore. And vacating when able to the left. this will do us nicely, thank you. Cross the runway when we can, guys, and we'll head over to the other way. We've got slightly distracted there. In fact, we'll park it over here by the hangars. And we've got a 737 MAX in the default Boeing demonstrator livery, just parked up there, and we'll just park up in the next available parking slip. And there we are, parked at Verona, guys. Thank you so much indeed for joining us here on the stream today. It's been lovely having your company. And there we are with the view off the left hand side of the aircraft, with our jet engine and the Boeing 737 MAX parked at the side of us. It's been emotional, guys. The Xbox Series X is now working again, no more crashes, and all good content coming your way. Until the next one, look after yourselves. We'll see you next time. Peace out.